This is a video tour of 1920 Massachusetts. As you can see, I'm facing Mass here, and it's relatively loud. I mean, you're a busier street next to a busier intersection, so it's kind of always going to have traffic noise going on. But turning around, I'm going to pan here so you can see the front of the house. It's clear from the front that they've kept it painted really well. I don't see any wood rot or anything from the front here on the siding. The porch looks in pretty good condition as well. I can see a couple spots where the paint is wearing a bit thinner here, and the steps are kind of slightly pulling away from the porch. But overall, the porch is in pretty good condition for what I would consider to be the age of the porch. So I'm just going to go over here to the right side of the house and glance around so you can see what the driveway does. So the driveway goes back to this garage here, and you can see again just kind of the butt out on the side of the house. So again, the outside of this house looks really clean. I mean, the foundation here looks really clean from the outside. Those aren't actual cinder blocks, at least it doesn't appear to be that way. It's just like poured concrete, see this, that they have like grooved a cinder block look into, or maybe like mortar that they've grooved it into. So that's what's going on with the foundation. So headed back towards this little garage space you've got, you can see there's a little fenced in backyard that we'll go to from the inside. So, okay, walking back up towards the front of the home. Again, just a little bit of, kind of dipping and stuff on the porch, but nothing really terrible. You've got a little bit of breakage around this siding here, but it's clearly been kept up externally from what we've seen so far. Okay, so walking into the house, and when you get inside the house, it looks like they have all restored original wood floors on this bottom level, except for in the kitchen. So you can see I'm in a little entryway here by the front door, which goes into the living room. If you go straight forward from the front door, it takes you to the kitchen. Stairs that lead up, and then there's a little bit of room here for what they've got to be seating as well. So moving into the living room, you've got a pretty big pocket door here. And I don't know. Oh, okay. So here is the old pocket door, and it moved pretty easily when I pulled it out. So I don't know how often they move them, but that was pretty smooth. So here is the living room space in the house. And the windows in this living room space are the old pulley system windows. And this front piece of glass is the old rolled glass, which is a bit hard to tell on this video, but it has kind of like a wavy sort of appearance to it. Whereas there are definitely other sheets of glass like this side one that don't have that appearance, so they've been replaced at some point. But you can see the, broken pulley, which is pretty common on these older system windows. So you do have the push buttons on the side here for the switches in the rooms, which is, a bit characteristic of the older house as well. So moving into the next room is into the dining room, which is quite large. Not only do the ceilings feel decently high, but you've got a bit of a butt out here in this dining room. And I would say the ceilings are probably, at least 8 feet, but more than that, probably, maybe 9. Okay. So going straight forward through the dining room brings you out into the backyard. So you come out onto a deck, and the deck has all been stained or sealed, as you can see. It's starting to wear off in a couple places, but it's clearly helped the deck to weather really well because it feels very sturdy as I'm walking around. So flipping around, I'm just going to show you the back of the house real quick. Again, I don't really see any issues with the siding. They've done a very good job with that. The only inconsistency I can see is a little bit underneath the roof line here where a couple boards aren't quite even, but it doesn't even show up on the video. So you do have a 3D composition roof on the house and on the garage, it appears, and so this is what that roof would look like, which is a 30-year roof if it's brand new, which it doesn't appear to be brand new, at least on the garage. So you do have a small pool in this backyard as well. Let's just scan that really quick. It is a completely fenced in backyard, and you'll notice that they've got this horizontal wood fence, which is creative and provides at least a little bit of privacy. So along the side of the house here is where you see all of the pool mechanical stuff, as well as the AC system. So pulling back into the backyard, we'll see if we can slide this section on the garage so that we can potentially see in there. Yeah, okay. Perfect. All right, so electric garage door opener, but I would say probably doesn't get used that often because it looks like there's a nest up inside of it. See that? But here is just a quick pan of the garage, which is deeper, but still just kind of a single car sort of situation. Okay, back out of the garage space. I'm gonna go around the back so you can just see a little area here. Little bit of a grassy area. So although you have a decent sized backyard, the majority of it is taken up by the pool. So view of the back of the house there. Okay, so we're gonna go back inside the house and finish up the main floor. Okay. So back inside the house. Here's the view from the back door, which again goes into the dining room, living room area. And to my right is the kitchen. So obviously, very bright green kitchen. They've painted the cabinets a very distinct sort of color. The lighting in this video makes that backsplash look really bright yellow. It does not appear that bright yellow in person. It appears more like an olive green maybe in person. So kitchen, plenty of storage throughout the kitchen, and you've got a different flooring here in the kitchen with the tile work as opposed to the hardwood floor, gas stove. And then around the corner here is a half bath for guests. So right off the kitchen is the half bath. Okay. So going back into that open landing space when you come inside the front door. And now we've got to go upstairs and downstairs. So I'm going to break those videos up.